This is week 4 of LSBA season 12, the 2025 season. First of all, we had a DNF from Patrick Bateman, and he has dropped out of the league since this happened. This is a incredibly short week. The battles do not last. These are, I said it was short last week, but they're even shorter than then. So first we get the Ivy Cudgel on the Galvantula, but there's sticky webs. Sticky webs are usually pretty easy to remove, but and oh gosh, this Ogre is just destroying everything in its path. Will the Surging Strikes finish it? Alright, that was a Scarfed Urshifu. And the Power Whip missed. Oh, that was Horn Leech that probably would have beat it. Oh, and the Golden Go has a Rocky helmet, so all of the multiple hits that the Urshifu just took, or just did, gave it damage. And I didn't even know Golden Go got Dazzling Gleam. That's a very uncommon move for it. But who's to say if Urshifu would have survived without the Rocky helmets? And I think this is... The Sticky Web might have helped, but we don't know. And now, several turns later, he's finally doing something about the webs. No, he doesn't care. '99 Toyota Corolla? I don't know why you'd call that a... Oh, is it because he thinks it's an ancient car? It's prehistoric. The clear body for the sticky webs seems very nice. And he King Shield, just in case it was a physical set on the Dragapult, but it's not. So it's possible that if he had used Shadow Ball, the Aegislash, it would have survived taking a Shadow Ball. Because when it Shadow Sneaks, it switches into its Blade form and its defense is lower. And what, I think he never even sent out Walking Wake or Shuckle, and he never did anything about the webs. Next we have two J's, Azoth and Jack. Only real ones know. Alright, he's going for Coil. That's a very scary thing because Golisopod doesn't have that much attack. And the emergency exit procs. Oh, he was expecting another Coil, so he didn't think he had to use Aqua Jet. He was trying to Liquidation, reduce the defense, but there's probably Rest on this set. Oh gosh, the substitutes. He's gonna use up 5 PP on the 1,000 waves. There's so much you can do with Scolipede. Scolipede is very powerful. And he baton passes! Because he doesn't see much point in prolonging that, but somehow Jack knew he was gonna baton pass. So the Vikavolt speed seems to have helped. But it wasn't enough. Even if it is 4 times weak, Golisopod just doesn't have, or sorry, Hidden Power is just not a very strong move. And it's not Stab. So Galizapod actually has crazy physical defense. It's base 140. And it allowed it to survive the extreme speed. The boosted extreme speed. Zygarde did quite a lot. It pretty much knocked out 3 Pokemon on its own without ever getting switched out. It crippled 2 of them, knocked out 1. I'd say that was a good deal. And he goes for Rock, because nothing on his... Azoth is going for a bug team, so nothing is capable of resisting Rock. It's either weak or neutral. Or even quad weak in a couple cases. And the Sandstorm is up, which gives his Landorus I Sand Force, because he's not allowed to have Sheer Force. Sand Force might even be the better option for it, since it increased the power of the Stone Edge. Landorus I does get Psychic, but he's putting Trailblaze on everything. Trailblaze is only slightly better than Rapid Spin. Because things weak to grass don't seem to make it to OU that often. We get the specs. Oh, Life Orb, Air Slash on the Wheezing. If it was specs, it might have O-code. And then he finishes him off with Ancient Power, just in case that gives him a stat boost. This is a Sand Rush Underminer. Excadrill. Oh, with Aerial Ace. That's gotta hurt. Because nothing can resist flying on that team, so... If you put flying, fire, and rock, you're hitting everything. Next we have... me versus Taco. This is our... How many battles have we had? Taco has been my most common opponent, for sure. So I've had 5 wins against Taco and 5 losses against Taco. But my wins have been stronger than my losses, so I'm up by 8 points in differential. But 10 times? That's crazy. Like, that's one of the only reasons I even have a Muck Alola, is because it's good against the Nidoking he always has. Yeah, weirdly enough, even though it's weak to ground, it beats a ground type. So, I think he tried for a couple turns, and then he just kind of gave up. I thought that he was making a really complicated play, and that he had reduced Volcanian's speed to 130, and that if I had Trick Roomed, I was going to get hit twice, and so I didn't want to take that chance, and I wanted to Meteor Beam. DNC kind of is a guaranteed switch in for that guy. And I was able to get up my Trick Room. But Ferrothorn is just so slow. He wins in Trick Room, but luckily I have Fire Punch on my Muck. He didn't even bring Nidoking this year. Nidoking, I spend so much time worrying about Nidoking. Nidoking is always at the top of my threat list. And I was pretty lucky getting this freeze, but it didn't matter. And Hoopa's got pretty decent special defense. He goes for the ancient power just in case it procs. And this is the turn I think he starts kind of letting me win. Like, as long as he knocks out one Pokemon, he's not that bothered about it, apparently. And, he isn't weak to flying. Earthquake might have done, like, 75? And that was that. We now have a score of 5-5, even though I commented something a little different. I said it was 3-4. Because I wasn't counting Season 3 or Season 4 yet. I didn't look at those. They were too hard to find the scores for. Now we have Josh versus Joey, another pair of J's. We're winning this poker hand. I'd raise on that. Oh, the double Iron Bash. It doesn't even matter if you have a Focus Sash. And then he's got the Magnet Pull. But Magnet Pull only helps if you can beat the metal you're battling. No, if you had just done that to begin with, that'd have been good. So Joey is one of the newer players, so he is increasing in power every day, exponentially. He has the most powerful team, somehow. And isn't Josh the Sun team? He didn't bring Sun team at all. I guess he didn't want Blaziken sweeping or something. Right? He's the Sun team. Alright, now you'd think because he has Chiyu in his team name that he's the one with the Sun team. But no, it's James. James has the Sun team, and he also did... I don't think he brought Zard Y, he just brought Walking Wake. No, no, his strategy is that if it was in Ubers at one point, it's going in his team. He calls dibs, and so far that has been working fantastic for him, because he's at #1. Oh, Mega Diancie got O-Code on a switch in against the Dragon type. And that multi-scale helps him so much. Dragonite can basically beat everything because it has multi-scale. There are few things that can win in a 1v1. And this Garchomp though. Garchomp is going so hard. Oh ho! But the speed boost goes even harder. And now he outspeeds the fastest Pokemon in the universe. Okay, is he gonna clutch? Yeah, that's the downside to Flare Blitz. You lose a lot of hit points. So we end up finding out that this Clefable doesn't have any offense moves, so that's why Thunder Wave was a good idea. That was his best option. It's Wish, Protect, Thunder Wave. No, not even Protect. He's just trying to stall out the Life Orb damage. That's clever. That's unfortunately something I'd do. Oh, but he goes for Flare Blitz. He's just like... Yeah, I don't need I don't need to see where this goes. I'm just gonna finish the game. And look, they're doing the Spider-Man meme. They both have the same avatar. This is a odd lineup. This is not an OE. Okay, he does not like getting taunted. He does not have anything to hit back with. And he doesn't have any flyings. No levitates, so he's gotta kinda take his damage. And all that guy ended up doing was 5% damage. This guy goes crazy off of a drain punch, off of a sword's dance. Oh! Yeah. So, I think the bullet punch Oko's the Valiant. Politoed must have some crazy special defense, where Gudra has some really weak special attack. And he's Perish trapping him. Is Perish Song actually gonna proc for once? Oh, I was hoping there was Substitute on the... So, Whirlpool actually wore off, but he didn't have anything he could reliably switch into Earthquake. Bro has 4 ground weaknesses. Alright, finally, something got... Jeez! Alright, sometimes crits do matter. And it is safe to suspect that this is a banded Cinderace, so he's switched into his Fire Resist. Oh, look, I didn't notice they got a matching... Yeah, all 3 of the fake legendary dogs are in play, and they all got used this week. So the Quark Drive, or the Electric Terrain, is just making Raging Bolt even stronger, although I understand it procs Quark Drive. So he thought he'd switch out of the Thunderclap into Gouging Fire, so that's why he used Draco Meteor, expecting the Gouging Fire switch in. Like, because that might not have happened if he had been able to stall out the Electric Terrain. No way. Earthquake only does 47 to the Raging Bolt? Yeah, you do kind of want to save the Caesar for last. Oh, that's rough. But they didn't want to go for the rock, paper, scissors of the Sucker Punch. He had a really high chance of the Sucker Punch working. So that's what he had to do. And that was week 4. Thanks for participating, guys.